engages with the IDK, campers need to what? They need to feel safe, that's for sure, feel comfortable or something. What do they need? Who's organising and managing the care?
Me, I'm like the head of everything.
Pardon?
Among the girls.
Everyone's got a different role. Everyone's.
Is anyone going to set up systems?
Yeah.
Yes.
If anyone is setting up systems, this would be part of their planning. You would think about what's that going to look like. Sometimes they have competitions in a camp to be a pictorial representation of the need to be safe or comfortable. So, or emotionally, whatever words you use have to be salable. You have to be able to sell them as information. So one will be around safety, physically safe, they'll be physically safe. So if you say to someone, stop that, it's dangerous, you're only just drawing your attention back to what you're trying to do is to protect people. Since you're not a boss leader, you're a manager leader. And the basis is the needs. So what are the needs? Someone tell me a need that we haven't mentioned. Okay, that's great. They need to feel included.
Cared about.
They need to feel cared for, accepted. They need the opportunity to learn stuff at camp, they do. They need to feel understood. See, now write them all down and then you say, okay, now, which of these am I going to use to manage the behaviour of the other girls? If people have a need for an opportunity to learn, that means other people cannot interfere with that need. And you may have to do something about that if they attempt to. If they attempt to talk over someone, you may have to find yourself saying, first of all, I can see that some people aren't letting others speak. Then you might say, yeah, I'm disappointed that there are girls speaking over other girls because it's impeding their learning. And then you might say, if what you're doing now is stopping her from learning, if you do that again, I'm going to have to ask you to move. Or I might say, whatever I'm going to say, but I'm going to attach it to that need. So find me one need that you think is so general and appropriate that you can use that as a basis for your power. What would you use? One would be safety. The girls need to be physically safe. Now, you cared about, it's a bit tricky, included. Was it included? Include, feel included. That's good because that's going to involve them participating and others participating, allowing them to participate, inviting them to participate. So that can be really helpful. What other ones can you find?
Respect.
Important.
Okay, that means that if I prevent you from being important, someone may say something to me, but that's not as likely to be as useful for a reference point as the behaviour of others. It's a certain need. Respected. Yeah, okay, respected. Again, that's emotionally okay as far as I'm concerned. Okay, I'm not going to go any further. You've got to figure this out. All I'm saying to you is that at camp you can either have rules, which is legitimate power, which people will resist because people resist rules. You get a better reward when you're commanded to do something than when you're not, because your natural inclination when you're commanded to do something is not to do it. That's humankind. So I'm saying that when you have rules from others for you, they're very hard to work with girls. Better that you work on the needs of the girls at camp and your need to protect those. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Why would that make them terrible?
Because everyone wants to be recognised by their group, even the ones that attack the group. Everyone. We are.
They're selfish.
No,
They
not
don't care if
selfish.
they're disrupting everyone else, clearly.
That's D's. C's do. C's would still want to be recognised and accepted by the group. Definitely.
Them making noise is not going to make them like an outcast.
No, but if you said to them that what they're doing is antisocial in terms of the needs of the group in some way, that will affect them. Try and see. The D's won't. The D's will actually use that against you because you've just drawn attention to them. That's what they want to, maybe. Or maybe they want to argue with you now, so they'll argue. Maybe they want to attack you, so they'll attack you. Maybe they want to hide under the desk, so they'll hide under the desk. These are 4 different motivations. So when we get to D's, it's very different. You'll know who they are, believe me. There'll only be 1 or 2 of them. But C's, most people want to belong to, you know, the story of Honey Hamar Gold, right? You can't exist on your own without a chevra. People aren't like that. So you're going to use their need for their friends to like them against their worst impulses and make them choose better behaviour. It won't be internalised.
You're guilt tripping them?
Absolutely guilt tripping.
Yeah.
So like if you're gonna make noise, no one's gonna be friends with you?
No. No,
You're
I thought you
saying
were
you're
more
making
mature
noise.
than that.
I'll give you an example. There's someone in this room making noise and disturbing others. Then I could say, that's just describing the situation. Then I could say, I'm disappointed that some girls are not giving other girls a chance to hear. That's not fair. Or I could say, we agree that everyone needs an opportunity to hear what's going on, and some girls are ignoring that. That's unfair. So I put in there 3 levels of power. My relationship with them is I'm disappointed. We agreed, that's the referent power of the group. And legitimate power I've got anyhow. So I can play these games, and I'm going to show you the techniques. But you've got to understand what I'm doing. I'm not a boss manager when I'm doing this. I'm what's called more leader. And I'm using these things. So your first job is to do what these people do. Have a look at their pictures. These are just some of the things they do. And they have pictures on their wall. You would need pictures, laminated pictures, outside for safety. So that if you're outside at camp and someone's doing something dangerous, you could say, Rivka, and point to a sign. And that's all you should have to do. Because she could get it. She gets it. You're not trying to hurt her. You're not trying to upset her. You're not trying to ruin her day. You're just trying to protect people. Does this make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but so why do I have to get schools to do this? Why aren't they doing it already?
Requires more effort.
It's instinctive to
Requires more effort.
There's some, well, why are our instincts so bad?
It's a